Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Jeremiah. The name Jeremiah comes from the Hebrew name Yirmeyah, meaning appointed by God, and or the word Yirmeyah, which means Yahweh has established. Jeremiah is born in the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament in a book that bears his name. Appointed by God from the womb, Jeremiah is often referred to as the weeping prophet given his gloomy subject matter. Arguably the most depressive person in the Bible, poor Jeremiah has the unfortunate commission from God to prophesize the destruction of Jerusalem at the hands of the Babylonians. Jeremiah must bear witness to this horrible event, knowing full well that it could have been prevented if only the people had listened to his admonitions to repent. The name was mainly popularized by the austere Puritans in the 16th century, given their penchant for biblical names depicting moral and religious strictness. Personality of the boy named Jeremiah. Romance is the hallmark of the six personality. They exude nurturing, loving, and caring energy. Sixes are in love with the idea of love in its idealized form, and with their magnetic personalities, they easily draw people toward them. Like the number 2 personality, they seek balance and harmony in their life and the world at large. They are conscientious and service-oriented, and a champion for the underdog. These personalities naturally attract money and are usually surrounded by lovely material objects, but their human relationships are always primary. They thrive in giving back to others rather than being motivated by their own desires. This is when they achieve great things. Sixes are natural teachers, ministers, and counselors. Popularity of the boy named Jeremiah. The name Jeremiah came to the United States by way of the Puritans, so it's been around as a male name since the colonies were established. However, Jeremiah did not hit the big time until the 1970s, when it really took off in popularity. It probably got a little jump by the chart-topping song recorded by Three Dog Night and released in 1971 called Joy to the World, which was subtitled Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. The name became a top 100 favorite between 1976 and 1984, after which it slipped off the list ever so slightly. It came back to the top 100 in the year 2001, and Jeremiah is actually experiencing its highest success on the charts right now. Clearly the name is standing in its own right as a unique, classical choice with understated antique charm. The name is probably no longer associated with the weeping prophet and his cries of doomsday. Quick facts on Jeremiah. Gender, boy. Origin, Hebrew. Number of syllables, 4. Ranking popularity, 58. Pronunciation, Jeremiah. Simple meaning, appointed by God, Yahweh has established. Characteristics of Jeremiah. Sensitive, humanitarian, affectionate, family-oriented, compassionate, community-minded, loving. Cultural references to the baby name Jeremiah. Literary characters of the baby name Jeremiah. Jeremiah is the title character of a 1919 play by the Austrian-born writer Stefan Zweig. Inspired by the events of World War I, it employs the biblical tale of the destruction of Jerusalem by the Assyrians to provide a lyrical anti-war platform. The defeat of the prophet Jeremiah is presented as a moral triumph. You can kill a people, but you cannot kill the God within them. Reverend Jeremiah Brown is a character in Inherit the Wind, the 1955 play by Jerome Lawrence and Robert E. Lee, which fictionalizes the 1925 Scopes Monkey Trial, wherein John Scopes was put on trial in Tennessee for teaching the theory of evolution in high school. That historical incident stands in for the McCarthy era, when the intellectual freedom of our entire nation was sorely tested. The Scopes character, Bertram Cates, is excoriated by the Reverend Jeremiah Brown as a sinner who is damned to hell, and he denounces his own daughter, Rachel, for her love for Cates. It is the defense attorney, Brady, who quotes from Proverbs in denunciation of Brown, "He that troubleth his own house, shall inherit the wind." Although a minor character in Gabriel Garcia Marquez' much heralded 1985 novel, Love in the Time of Cholera, Jeremiah is, nonetheless, the character who opens the book. Dr. Urbino discovers his chess companion, Jeremiah, dead by suicide, and is led to ruminate on the nature of infirmity, aging, death, and love. Popular songs on Jeremiah. Jeremiah Blues, Jeremiah Weed, Joy to the World, Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, a song by Mark Broussard, a symphony by Leonard Bernstein, a song by Sting, a song by Three Dog Night, Jeremiah's Symphony, Jeremiah's Prayer, a song by Starsailor, Jeremiah, a song by Gary Jules. Famous people named Jeremiah. Jeremiah Trotter, football player, Jeremiah Clarke, English composer, Jeremiah Dixon, surveyor of the Mason-Dixon Line, Jeremiah Horrocks, astronomer, Jeremiah Tower, chef, Jeremiah O'Donovan Rosa, notable Irish nationalist, Jeremiah Wright, notable Chicago pastor. Historic figures with the name Jeremiah. O'Donovan Rosa was a prominent member of the Irish Republican Brotherhood dedicated to the establishment of an independent democratic republic in Ireland, and which also aimed to liberate Ireland from British rule. Obi force of arms in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He was exiled to America, where he and his group carried out the Dynamite campaign, which were the first ever bombings of English cities by the Irish nationalists. In America, he was one of the leaders of the Fenian Brotherhood, which was named after the Fianna small, semi-independent warrior bands in early Ireland who lived apart from society in the forests as mercenaries, bandits, and hunters, but could be called upon by kings in times of war. After the English bombings, Great Britain tried to extradite O'Donovan back to England for punishment to no avail. America had granted political amnesty to these Irish bad boys. A mentally unstable Englishwoman tried to assassinate O'Donovan in New York, but he survived the gunshot wounds. He would die at the age of 83 in Staten Island, but his body was sent back to his motherland. His graveside oration, given by PA with Tilda Drake Pierce, remains one of the most famous speeches of the Irish independence movement. It ended with the lines, "They think that they have pacified Ireland. They think that they have purchased half of us and intimidated the other half. They think that they have foreseen everything, think that they have provided against everything, but, the fools, the fools, the fools. They have left us our Fenian dead, and while Ireland holds these graves, Ireland unfree shall never be at peace."